Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to Inside the
Hello.
Booth. I'm Dan Arena, and we got Dreaming Tabitha because
That's me.
she's always dreaming.
It's true. It's
Um,
my job full time.
that's right. So, welcome to Inside the Booth. Don't forget to get some of our merchandise. www.insidethebooth.tv.com. Get yourself some mugs, some koozies, some shirts and
Hoodies.
hoodies. And what else do we have? Stickers and
Oh yeah.
so on
Uh,
and so
cell phone
forth.
case. All that good stuff.
Cell phone case, yeah. We're
Your
also
brother
going to
seems
get
to be
some.
promoting those.
What's that?
I noticed a while ago that David seemed to be pretty big into promoting the phone cases. Not sure why. Like
Yeah,
I would be in our chat and stuff. Like, get you a cell phone case. Make David's ear. Get him a cell
that's
phone
right.
case.
That's right. Also, we have a giveaway that we like to talk about. For some of you who already know what the giveaway is, it's going to be a couple of DVDs, little character little thing. Here, I'll just show it to you. Uh, we're also going to have something that Tabitha's making. She's
Yeah, we'll
going to be
just do a
making
quick.
a quick throw by. Oh, if you caught that, pause that
Freeze
now when
frame.
you rewatch it. That's right, freeze frame it. Um,
But those won't be the final edits. There's going to be something special with those done. Yeah.
yes, yes. We also got a couple of things from Whitey Wicked Workshop from Dave White. He created some 3D logos of Ghostbusters, and he's going to throw in a couple other things, he said. So this prize is getting bigger and
I
bigger.
know. I wish I could enter.
Right? Me
Like,
too, because I have a great idea that I'm probably going to work on. Hopefully, get it done before the end of the month. But
I mean, I'm
there's a
pretty good
couple
at
of things.
Photoshop
Yeah.
myself, drawing, obviously, painting. I could do us some justice, but I don't think I'm allowed to enter. So
I mean, you could do it anyways. Just you just won't win.
just
Sorry.
for fun, excuse
That's
me,
right. You
Dan.
could
I
do it
don't
for
think
fun.
so. I
You
don't
don't
work
do
like
things
that.
for fun. um, let's see here, and we'll tell you how to win that at the end of the show. If you really leave before the end of the show, then you can just kind of go on the Twitter account or Facebook account or the website and find out how to win. Um, so there you have it.
Yeah. I see some current submissions. I think you said they're on the website too, right, Dan?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Some of the
Get some
submissions are on the
inspiration.
website. I forgot to put one of them up there recently that I just saw, but
Ah,
we'll have to do that soon. All right, so in the chat, we have Mr. Avery Cruz. He was the first one to say something, I believe. Who are you going to call? That's right, Wing
Ghostbusters.
Hugs. And on Twitter, I forgot to tag him and a couple other people. And I was like, oh no, those are people I really tag all the time. But, you just you hit the at sign on the phone, and then these people pop up, and you try to get everybody. That's what I
Wow.
do.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but just one of those things. We got Josh Putney. He says, "Put the like." Oh, so Vanquish, Warren vanquishing. Anyways, yes. By the way, vanquish that like button. We already have a few, and make sure you like. Sketchy guys here. He says, "Dang, like."
Like,
Only if you would like it all the time. Only if you guys could like more than once. We got R2 the Icky. What's up, R2? We got
he
Ado
wanted to
from
know if you're wearing
Fabworks
the same outfit, Dan.
as last time.
I guess
It
so.
is
That's
the
what he said.
same coveralls, but not the same clothes underneath.
Well, that's good to know. The more you know.
That's right. That's right. But today I got my elbow pads on. I got a new
He's going to get down to
logo.
business.
That's right. I had to sew this on today. I did a pretty decent job sewing it because I got a machine. I was gonna hand sew it, but I was like, Hand sewing
Oh,
takes so long. So, anyways, who else do we have? We
we
got
have Mrs. R2 the Icky in here.
we. Oh, we do. You're right. And we got the
Dunedin.
Dunedin. I can't even say that word. Can you believe it?
It's Lord of the Rings.
Dunadan. It's
It's not a real
Dunadan.
word.
That's what I call it. We
Okay,
got.
that's like the Australian version.
That's right. We got
Dunedin.
LuluBluee. What's up,
Ah,
Lulu?
and
Um,
Kaylee's in here too. Hey, Kaylee. Hope you're doing well.
Kaylee's JT Gunter. You already said Mrs. R to the Icky. Hello, hello. Yes, Kaylee. Hello, hello. And there we go. I think that's almost everybody right now that has said hello. Um, for those who have not said hello, that's fine. You don't have to, but it'd be nice to see your name pop up and we could say hi to you. Um,
We want to know who's
but
lurking in the shadows of the comment section.
that's right. That'd be fun. Anyways, so tonight we are reviewing Ghostbusters 2. I know we just did a rumble on all three Ghostbusters, but this is more of a in-depth
Pers-
review that we're doing. The whole categories thing, and
yes,
you
yes.
know,
I do have things to add to tonight's show that I did not say on the Rumble. So we're glad that you're here to hear what I have to say. It's so going to be inspirational or critical or some kind of word. So,
that's right.
good
Oh,
thing you're
look, we
here
got
tonight.
April Pollock. Hey, she's lurking. April, thanks for coming. Thanks for lurking. Sketchy guy. I think he just wants the acknowledgement that he's around still, lurking with a question mark.
Lurking. That's right. Lurkers in the comment section. That's right. If you don't make yourself known, you're just lurking. That's it. We're just going to call them the lurkers. Hi, JT.
Anyways, yes, JT.
Outer Rim is here. He says he's a lurker. Not anymore, Outer Rim, since you have made yourself known.
No, but
No
it's good to
longer in
know
that
who's.
category. Yeah.
Thanks for watching. Anyways,
Yeah.
um, I know a lot of times there's people that hang out and just listen and don't
Oh yeah.
say anything, and that's
Oh,
cool.
we love our
But
lurkers. Don't get me
that's
wrong.
right. That's right. We just don't know who they are.
Right. We just
When
want to know who our lurkers are.
that's right. That's right. See, I got actually two proton packs today of the Ghostbuster ones.
I like the
Mhm.
glare from the two different colored lights down there. You can
Well,
tell I'm all
thank you,
about the
thank you.
lights.
Yeah, that's my ghost trap. The
Oh,
one
okay.
with the lights coming off of it.
Cool. Okay. Catch anything interesting today? Is that
Yeah,
where you
of
keep
course.
David
That's where
when
I
he's not
keep
on
him.
tour?
Let's not open that so he doesn't fly out. Uh, uh, Dave White is a lurker today.
Lurker.
What's
One of our
up?
favoriteest lurkers, to be
That's
sure.
right. That's right. And he always comments like right when we're about to close, and he's always
I
like, "Hey,
know.
so we don't know if he's really here or not. I'm guessing he is, and he just likes to make us go longer.
That's what
That's
it
what I
is.
think.
That's what it is. He
It's a
lurks in the shadows
conspiracy.
and pops out at the most convenient time.
Yeah,
It sets us, off track.
that's right. I got a blaster below the trap. I do a blaster. What kind of blaster? Oh yeah, you're right. I do.
You
You're
can
right.
never
I
tell
do.
with R2 what exactly he's alluding to.
Yeah,
So
he's watching everything behind you. I better hide it. Hide everything. Oh, you can't see it, but I do have my MOD wand that I got from Walmart.
I
It's
still
cool.
have no
I still don't
Ghostbusters
think it was.
paraphernalia, guys. Sorry.
I still, this was kind of expensive to me. $30. I don't think I would ever spend that much money on something like this, but I wanted to just for the
Because you're a
kicks and
fan.
giggles, I guess. Kicks and giggles, if that's what it's called.
When the
When the light
blaster.
is green, the blaster's clean. Nice, nice. I know everybody's Star Wars fans. I mean, I am too, obviously. But That's why I got that
But
blaster
Dan's
in
all
there.
about the ghost. But guys, forget Star Wars. It's
That's
Ghostbusters
right. It's
month.
Ghostbusters month, guys. Jeez. My little stormtrooper mask up there sitting on top of my monkey. Uh, oh, look at you got one too, but you don't have
Yes,
a
and
monkey.
it
Sorry.
no, not a single monkey
It,
inside. I've got a lot of bears. This is almost done. This project that I'm collaborating with Black Market Outpost, it is almost done. I,
nice,
I,
nice,
I'm excited to finally get rid of it, but at the same time, I also want to keep it. So it's looking pretty fab. Yeah, it is. But
nice,
anyway,
nice.
Ghostbusters.
Force ghosts are a thing. That's true.
That's true. That's
And
true.
I catch
What a
them and I put them in my
what an
trap.
interesting crossover that would be. Star Wars and
Right?
Ghostbusters. See, that's where all the Jedi are. They're really that's see, there it is, guys. We found the link. You know, a lot of people are like, why was nobody helping Luke Skywalker? Where were the force ghosts guiding and helping and all this kind of stuff? Ghostbusters.
That's right. They were in the containment unit.
I would love that to be just a small, fun comic book of just an explanation of why none of the Force ghosts besides Yoda and Obi-Wan were helping Luke. I think that's a story we would love to see happen.
JT, what about your monkey? He's just sporting a mask. Yeah. Anyways, I like what R2 says. I could see Dan make a Ghostbusters / Star Wars mashup movie. That'd be sweet.
Yeah,
We got to
why
throw in
not?
some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in there too. It's got to be
Uh,
the mashup of all three things.
well, that's what JT said in the comment section that they did do a TMNT Ghostbusters comic and thing. I saw Phil had
Right,
that on
but
his
there was
Twitter.
no right, but there was no Star Wars in there,
Star Wars one, not
so
that
you
we
got to
know
put
of.
Star Wars in with it. So
This is the way.
that's right. Yep, Star Wars show now.
I know, right? Ghostbusters.
Subhuman, thank you for coming. Do you
Oh,
ever wonder if she's naked
naked under
underneath
that
that
toga.
toga? um,
Since we are talking the second
well,
one,
that's right.
well, she's French.
You know, nope, not drawing that. Sketchy guy said, "Don't want to poke the mouse." Whoops. Well, she's French. Different companies own them, so might not happen.
Oh
That's
yeah, it'd have to
true.
be. It would have to
That's
be a
true.
fan film or something like
Yeah,
that.
or
But
fan based comic or something like that too.
which I mean, more and
Yeah.
more independent creators are doing stuff like that. So you know, when you guys make that and become rich and famous, just be sure to become patrons to Inside the Booth and share the wealth so that we get recognition for helping you with your creativity.
That's right. Bobby Brown was in this movie. Nice. Which one is Bobby Brown?
I don't
I don't
recall.
know.
Was that the musician? Wasn't that the singer?
Oh, that could have been. Yeah, that sounds right.
Well, we haven't gotten to music yet, so
Yes, R2 says the director of Afterlife is in this movie. Yes, he is. He's a kid, and he says, "You know, my father thinks you guys are a bunch of crap, or full of crap, or something
oh
like that."
crap. He man.
That's right. Anyways, yeah, let's get to it. Tabitha, would you
Yes.
like to do the honors and go first?
Okay. So we're talking the plot, right, of
That's
Ghostbusters.
correct. Yes, that's correct.
And so, I
Ghostbusters.
mean, the basic premise of the plot is, of course, that it's a continuation of our, you know, roguish heroes, the Ghostbusters original. And what happened was it 5 years later,
Yeah.
and they've basically been sued by every company in the town for whatever happened in New York, and they blame him and they went out of business. And while they're trying to scrape together ends meet, and they kind of divided just a little bit in their career choices, a new threat is brewing in the seedy underbelly of New York City, and a new ghost, a new villain arises inside of a portrait, and he needs a new body in order to become part of this world once again and take
And
over and
take over.
dominate. And he finds a little, what is it, little
He's like a
person
demigod or
to
something.
something like that. I'm not quite sure. He was Vigos, right? Vigos, the terrible, the scourge of Carpathia. And anyway, he gets a little helper henchman dude and tells him, "I need you to find me a new body. I need a child to basically possess." And it just happens to be that Dana Barrett, who was the was it she's the gatekeeper, was that what it was from the previous one, she just happens to have a child because she was married and has a baby, and that's pretty much where we find our people. She is trying to protect her child from
Hmm.
the evil that is starting to surge through the city, and going after her son Oscar,
That's right. Who is the chosen one now?
the chosen one. I never thought of it like
Which
that, like to
you
label
know,
him, but he is. I mean,
yeah,
yeah.
it's
I
kind of
watched this
funny
movie.
because yeah. Go ahead. No, go
Oh,
ahead.
I watched this movie again because, I had, of course, watched it for our Rumble, which was on Sunday, and where
Hmm.
we had our core four guys. So if you're interested in
That's
hearing
right.
all of our opinions about all three of the previously made Ghostbusters films, you can go watch that. But I watched this again with a little bit more of a critique, because a critiquing eye and mindset, because I started to really think about the plot of this film. And there's quite a few unanswered questions, like this ooze, it was starting to, what does it, Egon say, permeating underneath of the city, is that what he says? And it seems to be growing because of the presence of the painting with gosh, I forgot his name, Vigo, the terrible. And it's just like, where did the ooze come from? That was kind of a thing that I started wondering about. And like, did it come because he was there, or was it just because, like
Hmm.
in the first one, where New York City is just this hub of uh, bad vibes, and there's this kind of undercurrent of supernatural and paranormal activity, that it just happened to be he brought it out of the city? I mean, like, where did that goo kind of come from? And I also have to say that, as terrible as this he was, as far as the bad guy, you can see in the painting, the presence, very domineering, a very wrathful kind of face, and his background did tell him, how he was a murderer and ruthless, and all this, and cunning, that you really don't see a lot of him in this film. And he's a really kind of helpless,
Hmm.
for as horrible and powerful as he's supposed to be. He really doesn't do much in this film.
Right.
He has to get the little side character to do so much more for him than he can actually do for himself. So I think that's also was kind of interesting when I realized he really doesn't do much. He's really not as powerful, and you kind of wonder, how awful would he have been had we had a chance to see his power uh, used and expressed more so in this film, because you see it, obviously he's influencing the people in the city, but and also when they're inside of the tunnels where the train tracks were, he's able to manipulate things, but you never really get to see where the full strength of his power, like, I just kind of wonder where that might have gone.
Hmm. Interesting. The
I mean,
scourge of Carpathia.
that's right, the scourge of Carpathia. I like the plot. I like that it's kind of simple in a certain way, because that way it's not
Hmm.
so complicated. But it was just something I started to reflect on, is that there are some things in here where it's like, huh. And I guess, since you being a huge Ghostbusters fan, Dan, you would know that, of course, there were, like most movies, there were deleted scenes that weren't added in there. But one that I
Right.
watched today that I thought would have made it a very deep movie, which would totally have taken away from the Ghostbusters vibe that these films have, was that Dana Barrett, when she first went to the Ghostbusters, and Peter's there and she's trying to figure out what's wrong, they actually had that scene where she said, "Why do these bad things keep happening and starting with me? Is there something wrong with me?"
Hmm.
And Egon says it's possible that you have some kind, and he uses much more flamboyant words, but he's like, there's possibly some kind of genetic, supernatural, word as to why they always happen and pretty much kind of like start with her. And I was like, that would have made a really interesting plot
Yeah.
if she would have been somehow this conductor or something like that. Like she was, but again, that would be too, I think, too heavy of a storyline, and it would have
Right.
lost the whimsy of the way we love Ghostbusters.
Right. Interesting. Josh Putney also says in 2009, game Vigo is back in the painting, and the painting is in the firehouse. If you
Oh,
interact with it, Vigo throws
I remember that.
taunts and insults at you. That's
Gosh, that's
cool.
been a hot minute. It's been a long time. I remember that though. Oh
You played that
gosh.
game? Sweet.
I think I watched my brother play the game. I was more into watching him play than I was playing it
Oh, okay.
myself.
Right. Um, there was another thing. uh, yes, there is a Winnie the Pooh lamp above
I've
my head.
seen that for the past couple of weeks, and I was going to ask you about that, but I thought, what for? You know, he's got a bunch of cool stuff going on back there. So
Um, I'll tell you about it real quick. This is off subject, obviously. The Winnie
inside the
the
booth
Pooh.
tangent.
That's right. The Winnie the Pooh lamp. If you go back, probably a few years on our channel, there is a review on um,
Oh,
Christopher.
Robin,
Gosh, what Robin? Yes,
Christopher Robin.
and that review has a giveaway, and that lamp was in there, but nobody wanted it. So there
I
it
wish I'd
sits.
known. I love Winnie the Pooh. It's my favorite children's story.
Oh,
Big
nice.
fan.
And so yeah, that's a part of it. It's got Winnie the Pooh, Eeyore, and then I have a piglet that's not on the lamp, but I'll throw it in with it because you know it's
Eeyore's my
fun.
favorite.
I also have a I can't see it, but above that on the other shelf there's a Tigger alarm clock. So whoever was gonna win that lamp, I was gonna throw that Tigger alarm clock with. Anyways,
R2.
no, that's Dan's Poo lamp. Well, at the time we only had like I think maybe 40 subscribers, so I'm not
Yeah.
sure who saw the video. You know what I mean?
Right. The lurkers.
That's right. I thought that the slime was under the street, but it was getting super negatively charged by the negativity of the people of the city.
Well, it
Right,
was, but I was just wondering where the goo came from.
right. Where it originated from.
Right.
And I
Which,
think that's what they were
yeah.
trying to do in the movie. They were trying to look for where it originates from. They were going to try to
Mhm.
follow it, but then it sucked them in instead. And then they had to follow it down the
Oh, that stuff was
river of
nasty.
goo to the
Mhm.
museum. So yeah, Dan, give it to Tabitha. Tabitha, if you want it, maybe I'll give it to you.
I'm more of an original, like an OG Winnie the Pooh kind of gal. So
Hmm.
I appreciate it though. I do love me some Winnie the Pooh, but I like the original.
Well, that is a antique lamp. So,
Really, because he has
yeah.
a red shirt on, I wouldn't think it would be an antique.
Oh well, I guess antique to Disney antique when
Oh,
Disney
oh,
made
well,
theirs.
yeah. I mean,
That antique, not older than that. Older than that was
okay.
the books and stuff. Yeah, of course. Uh, Ray, did you sleep with the
The
toaster?
toast.
Yes, I remember that. That was good. That was good. All right, so
I
yeah,
give
you
the
know what?
plot
I
a
yeah yeah I like this move, the plot of this, and it was simpler. It wasn't as um like my brother said, sexually charged as the first one. But I mean,
Right.
you know what? It's That's what made the first one funny, though. It had that
In some
sexual,
respects, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I do know that this movie was Dan Aykroyd and everybody thought it was going to be their script that they wrote for it, and then they kept changing the script and changing the script, so they were all kind of coerced into making this movie as Ghostbusters 2 instead of what they
Oh,
wanted to do. Yeah.
interesting. I wonder what it would have been like. Maybe then they would have followed Dana's story.
Yeah, there you go. They could have, or probably would have been a little bit more sexually funny, like the
Hmm.
first one. But you can't always redo everything. I mean, some of the plot hit points are kind of similar to the first one, but they just kind of took some things away, and it was all right. I still like this movie, and I know
Oh yeah.
people, a lot of people's like, Ghostbusters is the only movie for me, the first one, and they're
Well, the
like
first ones are usually always the best ones
yeah,
anyway.
of course. Oh, you know what's funny? I wanted to mention this because I watched it this morning. I watched an interview with Harold Ramis, Dan Aykroyd, um, Ernie Hudson, and Bill Murray, and this was back in '95, I think it was, or '94 when the movie first came out, and then and they were talking about Belushi mainly, and how
Mhm.
he was supposed to be part of the movie. But at the end, Harold Ramis was the last one to be interviewed, and she asked about Harold Ramis doing a sequel on one of his other movies. And he said, "Oh, absolutely not." He goes, "I do not believe in sequels,"
Oh,
but he's in this one.
right.
So
That's
that
true.
kind of, yeah, that's so weird to me. I'm like, wait a minute, if he doesn't believe in sequels, why did he choose to do this movie? Maybe the
Something
money or
must have
something.
well, something must have persuaded him. I mean, I did watch a couple of interviews too where they were kind of talking about that, and it wasn't quite as deep as that, but I remember him saying something about sequels and that it just kind of fell into place. So maybe that's just what it is. It just kind of worked.
Right.
Something magical happened there. I mean, it could have been the kinship between him and the rest of the
The t-
cast, since
right.
they
That's
all knew
true.
each other pretty well. At least three of them did anyway. The main group.
Yeah. That is why they were not interested in the third movie for a
For a
while.
while.
Yeah. Um, and then the R2 says money. Um,
I'm sure it came down to money, it typically does, but at the same time, being such a creative person, a lot of times creative people don't want to fork over for the money. Like, there's the
yeah.
baby,
Oh yeah. You got you got a lot of. I mean, even the first Ghostbusters, they didn't want to give money to it because they were like, well, we don't know. It was like a gamble.
Right.
And then it turned out to be like this. Everybody loves it. It's almost like I guess you could say almost like a Star Wars fan base.
Pop culture, yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, so that's cool. I think that's pretty neat. So I'll give the plot a point as well. Um, just because I did like it. It wasn't the
Yeah.
worst. It
Oh
wasn't the
yeah.
worst movie I've seen. I've
It
heard
was pretty
other people
simple.
say. I've heard other people say some blasphemy and say that 2016 was better than the second movie. I don't
Blasphemy!
think so.
Murder!
That's
She's a witch!
blasphemy. It's a witch. That's right.
It looks like a witch. Oh
Um,
my. I
uh,
can't say that. I mean, like on Sunday in our Rumble, I brought up some things about this 2016 that I enjoyed, but I would never say that it was better than this first or the second one. No
right.
way. No way.
Did anyone watch the show where they didn't even know where the original Ecto one was? They fixed it up. No, I don't think I've seen that show. Send me a link, Dave. And I'll watch it. Um, you agree with me? Yes, that's right. Blasphemy.
He just wants that Winnie the Pooh lamp. That's all. He just suck it up. I'm
those,
just kidding.
those people are wrong and deserve scorn and
Scorn and
contempt. That's right.
contempt. Right. In a
That's right.
respectful way.
That's right. In a respectful way. Anyways, so off to acting. Acting is pretty much, I would say, kind of similar to the first one. Same
Hmm.
actors, basically. We have a couple new people. We got
Peter
Vigo
McNichol.
and Peter. Yeah, which is what is his name? Janish.
Janusz.
Yeah, Janosch.
Janusz.
um, I think they all did a great job, and I guess Peter, what's his name? Peter McNichol. I guess
Mhm.
he's a good actor.
Yeah, he's been
I
in quite a few movies.
yeah, and he's definitely totally different than in this movie, which
Yes.
which makes me think, you know what, he did a really good job as an actor. Then so yeah, and obviously Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, Harold Ramis, Ernie Hudson, they all do a great job, like usual. So
Mhm.
I will say yes. I give the acting a point.
Yeah, kind of like what you were saying. I mean, it's the same cast, um, and they work really well together. And even with the new people
Oh
involved,
yes, I
the
like that
Titanic.
part. The Titanic, yep, and the Rumble. I mentioned it a little bit. I loved. It was either Cheech or Chung. I don't remember. I don't remember which guy's which. But he was sitting in the window. Better late than never.
Better late than never.
That's right. That was like the one of the best parts. I thought that was hilarious. I even laughed at
Um,
it when I was a kid at that part. So, anyways,
uh, I would give the acting a point as well. I was watching interviews today, and I thought it was interesting when they were interviewing Annie Potts, and she was saying that it was neat to have the whole cast back because she said you don't really see that in sequels where they bring back pretty much everybody
yeah, it
to
was
come,
Cheech.
everything. I mean, even the mayor was the same guy, and even people like that, typically when you make a sequel, they change them, they switch them around. I mean, you can see that like
Hmm.
in Iron Man, where Don Cheadle was suddenly, I forget what the guy's name is, but anyway, they replaced him, and it just kind of throws you off a little bit. And so I think that
Yeah.
was really cool too when they picked their actors, that they decided, hey, let's just stick with the people that made it work in the beginning, which of course helps the flow. Everybody knows how to react to one another. And then
Hmm.
just on top of the acting, I thought was interesting is Annie Potts said that um, she wasn't much like she had never really been in like movies at the time, and she's a theater trained actress, meaning that when they give you the script, this is what you do. Like if you're given King Lear, you don't add to the script. And she said she was on a movie set, and she was trying to do her best with it, and one of the actors, one of the first movies she ever did, the actor came up to the director and was like, I was thinking about my part last night, and I just don't think that this is how the guy would say it. So I'd like to change it to this. And she said she thought to herself, who do you think you are? Like you just do what you're told to do. And I thought that was interesting. So I wonder if that kind of gave her some like liberty when she was doing the first one to kind of put a little extra flair into what she was doing as Janine, given that she might have had a little more leeway since, she didn't realize that as a movie actress, you can kind of bring your own little whatever je ne sais quoi to the
Yeah.
uh, to the story. I just thought that was interesting. I think she did a good job too. The quirky little secretary. So yeah, acting, I give it a point.
All right. Subhuman says, "Too bad they didn't bring back William Atherton."
I'm glad
That's
they
true.
didn't. I
That's
hope the earth
true.
swallowed him up in the first one.
Well, I think the reason why they didn't bring him on was probably because he was
A
fired,
douchebag.
right?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, he
okay.
was a
Okay.
jerk and was
Totally
fired.
different answer.
He was a douchebag. No, the guy in real life is a really nice guy, and he's a really good
Yeah.
actor. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
and it's funny because I heard a lot of stories from the first movie that even if he walked down the road, people would call him dickless and stuff like that, and yell out the car window and yell at him and stuff. Jerk,
Oh.
you dickless, yeah.
I'm sure he took that in stride.
Yeah, I'm
Got to
sure he
have a
was like,
sense of humor.
oh, right.
I
Um,
don't know. I think if they would have brought him back for the second one, that would have been too many original characters. Like the new douchebag was the mayor's sidekick dude. I forget apprentice. No, what is his name? Secondhand man, whatever. He was the new
yeah,
guy that was just like an idiot, but he was thinking he was special, and
yeah.
yeah,
I mean, he did a good job, but
yeah. I think it would have been weird to have him come
yeah,
back.
that's true. Probably would have been weird to have him come back. But I don't think they really needed a douchebag guy in this movie. Honestly, I think it would have flowed
Yeah,
because
I don't think he
five
was a
years
necessary
before,
character.
yeah, exactly. He wasn't a necessary character because 5 years before that, you know, the mayor already met the Ghostbusters and knew what they were about. So why would he
Right.
want to try to hide that again? Which
Yeah,
kind of
that's the thing. Whenever you see movies like this, it's like they literally saved the world from supernatural or the paranormal,
Kurt
and then
Fuller,
5 years
yeah,
later,
definitely
everybody's
did.
like, "It didn't happen."
Yeah,
I it's so infuriating.
yeah,
It's like
exactly.
what?
It was like what?
Like if Godzilla came and tore down my town, I would certainly remember it and give mad
Especially
kudos to the
five
people
years
that
later. Yeah,
years later, mad kudos to the people that rescued this entire city with little backpacks with laser guns. You know.
that's right. That's right. Now, if it was 40 years later, then that's kind of a different story because you got
Yeah,
different
it's a whole nother
generations.
generation, and yeah, that
Yeah,
makes sense. But 5 years later, and
5 years.
everybody
That's
somehow forgot.
forgot. Yeah, our two
I
cents
don't know.
sounds like Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kurt Fuller was the mayor's assistant in that one.
Ah,
Um,
he's always kind of a creepy little dude in every film he ever is in.
yeah. Okay, so for William, I guess people try to pick fights with him after the movie came out. I think I heard about that. Yeah.
Some people do that. That's weird.
Um, yeah, I think it's probably because movies. I don't know. I don't know. I guess you could
They mean
say
so
movies
much
were
to
just getting
people.
big, yeah, and
Yeah.
just getting big in the '80s, and people were like, "Oh, it must be real or something." I don't know.
Well, not only that, you have some people that are so dedicated and they just become obsessed and just don't live in this reality, and so they see him on this people like that on the streets. You're like, you're an idiot, you're a douchebag, and it's like it's not real.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
It's
exactly.
not real. Watch that
That's
guy
right.
gives to
Right.
charity. He reads to the blind, and
Yeah, right.
all this kind of stuff.
And
Like,
everybody's calling him
I
a
hate you.
douchebag, and he's a jerk. That's so funny. JT says, MIB was involved.
That's right. Just
Help was
zap him.
involved. That's
Hmm.
right. They memory
Memory zapper.
blanked everybody. Yep. Anyways, did I give? I gave
Mhm.
acting a point.
Yeah.
So did you. All right,
Hmm.
so we're off to
We're 2 for 2.
cinematography. That's right.
Cinematography.
Cinematography. You can go first. I was gonna go
Okay.
first, but you can go first. I went first on acting.
Why don't
So.
you go first? I just spilled my tea.
Oh man, yeah, it's like me earlier when I spilt my water all over my keyboard. Um. Oh, we have Tabitha problems. Oh, she must have muted herself. Um.
Yes, I did. Carry on. Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah. So, anyways, he was also the jerk reporter in the movie Die Hard. Oh, nice. I didn't know that. That's funny. All right. So, anyways, cinematography. You know what? I think they did a good job in the cinematography. It definitely had more of a set feel, I think, than a natural New York City feel like the first one did. Um, that's
That's because the museum was filmed in Los Angeles studios.
that's right. There you go. That's why. If I saw Dan, I would yell, "Hey, it's the law!" That's right. I am the law, everybody. um, so, wow. Now I hear a on your end.
It's weird.
Your microphone's picking up a lot of stuff. Okay, it's going away.
Is it better?
Uh, yeah. Your
Okay.
microphone must have been
No, I must have accidentally
resetting
touched the gain.
itself.
No, I must have accidentally touched the gain on the back of the microphone when I moved it, so
Oh,
it was
there you go.
picking up what it was in the background.
Everything. Yeah.
Anyway,
He gets stun gunned in the airplane bathroom in Die Hard 2. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Ooze will do that. Maybe it's a ghost. Hey, it was DH2. I don't know what we get what we're all talking about in the comments right now. So I'm just
yeah,
I'm just reading
he's
them.
just reading stuff out loud. I was busy
Um,
cleaning, so I'm not sure that I tried to follow, but
yeah, I really didn't say much. Um,
okay.
so cinematography, I did enjoy the cinematography on this one. It was kind of the same as the
Yeah.
first one, not as gritty, not as like dark.
Hmm.
Um, Obviously, like I said, more of a set feel instead of you know down and dirty New York City. But
Hmm.
I still think they did a great job making it kind of almost look like dirty New York.
Yeah.
Uh, it was fun to see all the. I don't know why Hollywood did that back in the late '80s. Is they in New York, in a lot of the New York movies back then, they would have like papers flying in the wind.
Well,
So
because it's
they
it's
they did that,
dirty.
and it was,
It's
yeah,
yeah.
you make it
It's
look dirty, right?
you have to remember that people read like they relied more on paper back then because we didn't have smartphones and things like that, and so paper was a lot more prominent as a litter than it
Yeah,
probably is today. Between newspapers,
right,
legal
and
papers, school papers.
right, and I like what R2 says. Different film stock between the two films. Yes, of course. I don't. I did. I didn't get into what kind of film that they used on the first one or what kind of film they used on the second one. But yes, you're right. They're two different type films. One is obviously clearer than the other, so probably more high quality, I guess you could say. Um, but
Oh
you know
well,
what? I
also
did.
apparently the cinematographer. There were two different cinematographers for the films.
Oh, okay, right. Well, that makes sense too. You know.
Mhm.
So you know what? I did like the cinematography. Um, yeah, yeah. For the most part, I think I did like it. Um,
Would you
just
give it a point?
because. Yeah, yeah. I guess I'll give it a point. Um, I think they could have. I think they did a pretty good job with the Statue of Liberty. Almost basically looking like something that is really stiff and it's walking on
Hmm.
the ground.
Yeah.
Um, because it was a costume and somebody was wearing it, like they
Yeah, you
did
do
with the
see the
Sleepaway
bend in the
Camp.
flip flops when she's walking,
Yeah,
so a
yeah, you
little
see it
cushion
a
there.
little bit. Yeah, a little bend, but other than that, the majority of the way it moved kind of seemed a little, stiff and robotic. So I enjoyed that as well. That was fun. That was fun to look at.
Hmm.
So yeah, I'll give it a point.
Yeah, I mean, I would give it a point
Oh, you
too.
know what? Yes, and the sorry for cutting you
No,
off,
it's
but
all good.
the court scene was really good. I thought that was filmed really well. Um, and then there's the you did it again. You must have hit your gain.
No, I hit the mute button. That must be when it's like some kind of something left over because I'm not touching the gain,
Oh, you're
just
not
the.
touching it no more. Okay.
Is it
Well,
still
stop
there?
hitting it. No, it's not. It goes away,
Okay.
but
I
it's
had to
weird when.
cough. I'm sorry for being polite.
Oh, well, just cough on this stream. um, but yeah, and I like the ghosts that they did. The ghosts were a little different than the first one, but they were still good quality graphics. I think they did a great job
Hmm.
um, on that. So, okay, go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying I give it a point too. I mean, it's nothing necessarily special, but it works. Like, it wasn't distracting. I did notice that this movie seemed to have a lot more of the like tighter shots, kind of like right here. They didn't really have give a lot of room
Right.
for
They
a
didn't
bunch
do a
of
lot of
people in the
wide
scenes. Even when they had like three or four people in the shot, it was always really tight. And
kind of
I don't know
closer. Yeah.
why that is. I'm not sure what the
I
creative.
think it was because it was sets. That's mainly
No,
why.
that makes sense. Okay, that makes sense. So, I mean, it does. I never thought about that way. Like I said, looking at it now in a different way, like going back and not watching it purely for enjoyment, but try to like see things of how
Right.
they do it. That was just something I noticed, and I didn't have time to think about why. That's a really practical explanation. But I liked it. I didn't think that it took away from it. I didn't. I think because we had already seen, and we knew New York in the Ghostbusters vein from the previous one. I didn't need to see everything else in the second one. I didn't need to understand where we were. I didn't need the scene set for me because my mind was already aware of where we were in the movie. And then
Right.
I like the loose cameras shots for the individual scenes when they're doing like certain points of view, like when Oscar's looking out the window or something like that. You can tell it's not on a stable gimbal necessarily. It's not on a
Right.
smooth gimbal, but it's kind of shaky cam. I like that they didn't go overboard with that because I think we've said that before in other movies, especially action movies. Shaky cam can get ridiculous and just make
Yeah.
you want to vomit. So, I appreciate that about this film. Like, very balanced. It only happened a few times, and yeah, I
Yeah.
like it. I think it's good.
Josh says the jogging ghost checking his pulse before getting trapped was one of the best low key jokes in the movie. Yes, it
That's
was
true. I,
fun.
I love when you go back and you watch a movie for the 15th time and you see these things
Yeah,
like that
and you
in
fit,
there.
yeah, and you see things that you haven't seen before and stuff. Yeah,
Hmm.
that's fun. That was a good that was funny, definitely. Um, what confused me though was the when they're in the jewelry store and they had like the lasers going in a square. What were they doing there? I don't remember. Were they
Oh,
trying
I'm
to
trying to
catch a
remember. I'm
ghost? What
trying to
kind of
remember
ghost was
that.
it?
Well, I mean, doesn't it like normally when I'm trying to remember when the alarm system goes off, like they would have the lasers go on. It's part of the security system.
I guess, and it was kind of in the montage, anyways, so it wasn't like a full scene, which would have been cool if it was. But yeah, that was fun. Anyways, yeah, I give it a point. What do you give it?
I gave it a point as well. Like I said, it's nothing special, but I like that it wasn't so crazy. It's kind of like when I watched the other day for the first time in years, The Hunger Games, right? I don't know if you've ever seen it, Dan.
Oh
And
yeah.
right, so I remember loving this movie as far as like it was a very interesting storyline. Not that I love watching children kill each other. Um but
Wasn't
my
my favorite,
gosh,
but
the beginning of this movie, there was so much shaky cam and there were so many cutscenes. You didn't
oh,
have
okay, right.
time to be aware. But then in the second one, they calmed down. Things were stable. It wasn't always, you know, jerky and everything like this. And so which I appreciate that it got better. So
Hmm.
in kind of in the reverse, I'm glad that Ghostbusters 2 was just pretty consistent with a few minor changes so that it wasn't like this
Right.
drastic, got to readjust to the storyline kind of thing. I think that's a big makes a big difference when you're watching sequels. Is like, what are they doing with the camera? That's if are they doing crazy abstract things, or are they just trying to keep it pretty simplified? So I give it a point for that. I
Right.
appreciate that as a fan.
Sweet. Sweet. All right. Not to be rude or anything, but I gotta run to the bathroom and pee. So
That's okay.
I'm
I'll
gonna.
entertain everybody. Just make
All
sure
right.
you
So
mute
I'll
your
put
mic.
you. Yeah, I'll mute it and put you on full screen there.
Oh my, okay. All right. Here I
So
am,
lame.
everybody. It's time, quality time with honestly your favorite host. Let's just get real. Your favorite host, Tabitha, here at Inside the Booth. Just kidding. But anyway, just to kind of touch on what Dan had talked about in the beginning. We do have lots of merchandise and we've got new stuff coming soon. And I briefly touched on the fact that we've got a Patreon page and you can go on there and support us. If you love us, we'd appreciate it. You can support us for as little as $1 a month. Or if you're in a very generous mood and think it's so great that Dan has that up there, if you want to make a one-time donation of $1,000, Jesus bless you. That would boost us up. Hey, you never know. Strange things have happened. This is a very giving and generous community, and we all appreciate what you guys do by being here in the comment section regularly. Can't tell you what that means for us. To see your guys' names. We were making jokes about some people lurking in the comment section and things like that and never really saying anything. But we see the numbers, we see the likes, we see the shares, the retweets on Twitter and everything. And just to let you know, that means the world to us here at Inside the Booth. We've got some really cool stuff planned for the coming year on Patreon and for the YouTube channel. So just stick around, tell people about it. We want to make it better quality for you. We want to provide some really cool content. We're going to make some exclusive Patreon only videos for you guys. So just something to consider, and new merchandise coming. No flamethrowers yet, R2, but we are working our hardest to honestly create something. But yeah, we do. We appreciate everybody being here. You can get t-shirts and koozies and things like that, like Dan said, and all of that money goes to helping us try to provide better quality content for you. And we love when you guys interact and partake in our giveaways. And like I said, if you sharing those gifts and R2 does a lot of snippets of our videos, and we appreciate that. We just love that people are willing to engage with us, find us interesting enough to be here on the regular. So we see you. We appreciate you very, very much. Let me see what's going on in the chat here. No more chatting. Tinkle break. That's right. It happens to the best of us. This is like an old school radio show advertisement or a PBS telethon break. That's right. Except I'm not like going to sing or tap dance or bring Big Bird on here or anything like that to entertain you all anymore. Also, just a brief shout out for myself. I do have my own channel. If you're not familiar with it, I am Dreaming Tabitha on YouTube. I've got a little over 200 subscribers, and I know some of you are subscribed to me, so I appreciate that. I do artwork and all kinds of fun stuff there, just trying to get better and more interesting things going on. And yeah, feel free to follow me there. And you can follow us, both of us, Inside the Booth reviews, I think, on Instagram, and I think it's also on Twitter. I forget exactly the right hashtag or the handle for it, but you can follow us on Twitter so you can get updates of all the stuff that we're doing just from the daily. And then also you can find me on Twitter as well. I see Dan is back. Hopefully he washed his hands and we can continue with this review.
I am back. Yeah, sorry everybody. Thank you for entertaining them. That was fun.
My pleasure.
Yes, I did wash my hands. Thank you.
Excellent. I'm just looking out for your health, Dan. That's all.
Thank you. Well, I've had worse.
Okay. Worse than urine on your hands. Okay, all right.
Oh yeah. I work at a cafe, so gotta do dishes sometimes.
Oh, okay. It's like I don't know where we're going with this.
Hey, my immune system is freaking top notch, though. I tell you what.
Hey, it's gotta be. Mine is pretty good.
Dash Bunny says pink eye.
Oh. Hey, Phil is here. Good to see you, Phil.
Oh, Phil. Finally, you're fashionably late, not early, my friend. But thanks for coming. Thanks for being here anyways. Kaylee says, Dan, disappear again. I'm kidding. Yeah,
They really love me.
All right. So, you talked about you had a little commercial break.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Just I'm not talking smack about anybody. Just promoting us, and yeah. Dan, you'll have to go back and watch the replay if you want to know.
I will. It's all right. So
just like everybody else, there's nobody special, Dan. You don't get special privileges. You have to watch.
That's right. One inside the booth mug, like Dan. Oh, thanks, R2. Oh, he's putting up the. That's right, the merch
Yeah,
shop.
R2's great.
He is. Thanks, R2. I haven't seen Dax in a while. What? I
I
wonder
know. I
why.
was thinking about that. I hope he's all right. I've seen him on Twitter
I
following
think he
certain
came.
trials, but I don't know if he's busy with other stuff.
Yeah, he doesn't watch us anymore.
That's right. He's done with us. He's like, I've learned everything I need to know about those weird people.
I was on their show. Now I don't want to follow them no more.
Right.
No, I'm joking.
That's right. Dax, if you watch this, it's all good. I hope your foot's feeling better.
Yeah,
We miss
definitely.
you in the
We're
chat.
praying for you. Yeah, we miss him.
Maybe
I
he's
think he
become a
was.
lurker.
You know what? I think Dax was in the last show though, wasn't he? He didn't he come on and say some stuff
I can't
on the
remember.
Rumble? I think so.
I can't remember.
Good night.
Do it, Dan.
Yes. Dinner Dan. Thanks for coming. Great show. Thank you. It's not over yet. It's almost over. So the music and the score of this movie, you know what? I enjoyed it, just like the first one. I enjoyed. Definitely, of course, it's not Ray Parker, but they do have the Ray Parker theme in there.
Right.
And I kind of like the new in this one the new. I guess you could say it's like a remix of the Ray Parker
I
one.
didn't like it.
You didn't like it? I liked it. I don't know why. I thought it was kind
Yeah.
of cool. It was hip
I don't
hoppy.
know. That was
Hip
to me.
hoppy.
That was kind of like the worst part of this movie. I think for me, to be honest. TBH.
Yeah. Oh, to be honest, gotcha.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know I was tripping you up.
No,
I was
that's okay.
laughing. I was laughing at Phil over here. Is it just me, or is Dan's voice a tad deeper? Did he go through puberty?
No, I'm just kind of laid back tonight. I don't know why. It's just
He's just
because,
chill.
yeah, we're just, because we kind of already talked about this movie on Sunday. So it's like, you know, just chilling out.
Well, like you
You know,
said, we're going a little bit deeper on this, and finding new things out that it's kind of hard to do when you have four people talking about one thing at the same time. So, but
yeah.
yeah, I didn't
Did your
mind the
mom just say
music.
good night too? I think
She
your mom's
did.
going to bed.
Good night,
Good night,
mother.
mom.
Um, I didn't like the remix. To me, it kind of gets annoying. I mean, it's okay if it's in the background, but it's nothing special to me. I mean, I like it better the song from the Statue of Liberty, but
Okay, yeah.
just kind of fun and pretty. But I mean, like, it's just I don't know. Honestly, I'm considering giving it a half a point just because I that's how much I don't like the remix.
Hey, that's all right. Uh, anyways, yeah. So yeah, you can give it a half a point. I'll give it a point because I kind of did like the music. It helped the movie move along. So, in my opinion, you
It
didn't
was a
think
little too
so?
street. It was just a little too street for me for this movie.
It would have been better if it was more score like than having words to the music, right?
I don't maybe I'm not sure. I can't. I just a little bit too childish for me. Like I just didn't think that throwing that in there was just appropriate for the vein of the movie. I felt like it was just a little bit too. I don't know. Too Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles too.
Kind of. You're right. It had that feel to it.
Yeah.
Amen Fate says, "Hey y'all, I seen a back off man. I'm a
So,
scientist T-shirt on Sunday and thought of y'all. Oh,
oh,
thank you.
awesome. We're glad that you're thinking
That's
about us
sweet.
when we're not streaming.
Yeah, that's right. That's right." Josh Putney says he 100% agrees with Tabitha on the music. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, you
That's
can.
my biggest hang up about this movie. And it's not even that bad. Like honestly, I would highly recommend this movie to anybody. It's just I don't like
Too
that
hot to
song.
handle. Right.
Oh, he's doing the lyrics, I guess, to the song.
He is. Um, yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe it could have been better,
Of course. No, I'm just kidding. I
but
just preference.
but I'll keep my 1 point because I already said it.
Okay.
So uh,
No backseas. Not on this channel.
well, I mean, if
Not
you
allowed to
convinced
change your
me
mind.
otherwise, yeah, I mean, if you convinced me otherwise, then I probably would take it
Yeah.
back.
I'll
But
just I'll
I
take a
mean,
I'll take a page out of your book
it's
from Sunday. It sucked. It was crap.
that's right.
It was horrible.
That's right.
To change your mind. That was funny.
uh, JT goes, no, I disagree with Dan. Yeah, I know. Everybody disagrees with me on the music on this movie. I guess I enjoyed it only because it has a lot of nostalgia for me. So because I
Yeah,
think
I
that
mean,
was the first Ghostbusters movie that I did see, and then I
oh,
saw the
okay.
the first one after that.
You're one of those out of order people. Can't
Yeah,
stand those
well, yeah,
people.
I mean, well, it's not
You
my
were a
fault.
kid
That's what the
though.
TV. Yeah, I was a kid, and that's what the TV showed. So
Right. Yeah. I mean, the first Star Wars movie I ever saw in pieces was Return of the Jedi. It's like all the way at the end. So it's funny
I
business.
agree to disagree with Dan. That's right. All right. Anyways, let's move on to the next one.
I want you to go first on this one.
Oh boy. Honestly, I probably didn't really think too much about it. I should have. You're right. I should have. Sorry, guys. Let me think. Let me think. There's
Let me whip
ghosts. There's
something out of the air.
yeah. That's what I'm gonna do. That's right.
Pretty much.
You know.
That's what I did on the first one. I mean, I said it was appropriate to drug a woman if she was going to take, action. If she was going to force herself on. Whatever you got to do, get out of the building. No, of course, I would never endorse that. But I think there's just some movies where you can see a clear allegory. And honestly, I feel like these two movies don't have that.
Don't really have a clear
Don't really
one.
have that. Don't it's not like very it's not evident at all that this movie says be the better person or don't do this or we've got it all together if we just hang together. Like there's not I think it's just a purely enjoyable film. I mean, like we said, we could
Right.
probably find
Yeah,
something,
you could find something in there.
but that's
But you're right. I think you're right because a lot of times when I do watch these movies, especially the Ghostbuster movies, like my brain turns off, and I don't want to
yeah, it's
think about
amusement.
stuff, and I
Yeah,
just kind of want to watch it to watch it. Um,
right.
um, obviously in the spiritual realm, I do believe certain things.
Hmm.
Like the movie definitely talks about certain things of the spiritual realm.
Right.
But they don't go into depth. Like you said, it's more like a worldly look at certain things. So it's not really something you can go in deep with an allegory with. Um, so yeah, I think you're right because I didn't really think about it. I didn't really look at the movie for an allegory, I guess.
Right. Yeah.
Um,
I
so
like Whiteys. I think his is probably the best answer. Positivity is contagious, and so is
that
negativity. So be
well, that
careful what you're
that's
spreading.
Oh, you know what? There you
I
go.
think
See,
there it
so
is.
there is something in there. You're right.
Yeah.
Because the ooze does make everybody want to beat each other up. Or if you put positively into the ooze, then it does things for you instead. Yeah, that's true. So I guess with Whitey's thoughts on that, and
Yeah.
my thoughts that were not much, I'll give it a half a point.
Half a point. Oh,
That's right,
Dan
half a
giving
point.
one of his infamous half points, detested
That's right.
half points.
That's right. It
Oh
just
my
tested half point.
goodness. It's not much of an allegory, but something I thought about in these movies, in both the first and the second one, is just like how chill everybody is
Hmm.
about the fact that there's ghosts running around. And they're like, we got this. It's
Yeah,
okay. It's no
yeah.
problem.
I mean, some people run and scream, but
But I mean, like the main people, like I was that the scene that really that came to mind
oh,
was
you know
when
what
they
I
were
liked? Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
was just when Dana and Venkman were like finishing up at the restaurant, or they were going to get ready to go to the restaurant, and they're like,
Yeah,
Peter, we found all this stuff under the city. It's this ooze, and it's
it's
doing this,
ooze.
that, and the
Yeah,
third. Don't you want to come with us and check it out? And they're like, no, I'm just going to go to dinner. Like, nobody's panicked. Nobody's
yeah,
freaked out about the fact that there is another alarming supernatural thing that's about to implode or something like that on the city. And I just think to myself, if you wanted, I was thinking about the allegory because, like I said, it's not something that just comes to me. But when I thought about that aspect, about how the characters respond to a time of crisis, I was like,
right.
okay, if I really wanted to dig here, I think it would be like that's honestly how Christians should respond is like where, they were confident in their abilities, they were confident in their equipment. And, when the
Yeah.
Bible talks about putting on the armor of the Lord, or is that what it's
Hmm.
called? I forget the
Yeah,
right
the armor
terminology,
of
but
God.
the
Yeah,
shield of
yep, you're
faith,
right.
breastplate of righteousness, the helmet of salvation. And I just think, yeah, gosh, in a time of crisis, I want to be a Ghostbuster, man. Like I want to have that type of confidence and just chill where I'm like, I know where my faith is. I know that we've got this and God, where it's all going to come together. Like they didn't even question the fact that the world was going to end. Like they just were like, it's going to be okay. It's all right. So that's just something that came to me after I had to really think about it, but it didn't come to me right away. But when I pondered about their reaction to the time of crisis, I'm like, I need to be a Ghostbuster in my life in a time of crisis. But yeah, overall, um, I'm going to give it a half a point too, simply because of the fact that I don't want to take this movie down because it's so good, but I don't really like you don't watch it for the allegory.
Right, right.
Mhm.
I like what Dave says here. Didn't they sing, or didn't they want the New Yorkers to be positive? Thought they had them sing a song. Yeah, that was kind of
At
like
the
the
end of
New
it,
Year part at the end. Yeah.
unity, yeah.
Um, Josh Putney answered him already, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
They sang,
Old Lang Syne,
um,
yeah.
Old Lang Syne, which negated the
Negated.
mood slime. Yep. Uh, shell covering of the museum and gave Lewis Tully a false confidence boost. That's
Yeah.
true. But they all loved him for it, you know. They all were like, "Yeah, Lewis, you did a great job," because he was shooting at it.
Yeah. It's great.
That was fun. You know, there are some good moments in this, though. You know,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Would
definitely.
would recommend.
Yeah, I love the part where Slimer's driving the bus. You know, and Lewis is like, "You okay? I hope you have your license or something like
I know.
that."
Again, nobody's panicking. There's a ghost, a freaking ghost driving a bus, and he's
Yeah,
like, "All right, just do what you got to do."
yep, just get me there.
I mean, you think about the fact that the crowd was lingering around the museum while this giant nasty ooze is encasing itself, and they're just
Mhm,
hanging out. It's okay. Ghostbusters got this. Who does that?
that's right. Nothing brings people together like singing when you're sliding into first and you're feeling something. You're so funny, R2. Yeah. I remember singing those songs on the bus. Absolutely. That was fun times when you're, a little kid. Um oh, Rogue
uh,
Disney.
Rogue Disney, hi.
What's up? Uh Internet's not working in this area right now. Uh Stop in to say hey. Well,
Oh,
thank you. Hey.
well, thank you. We are honored.
Yes.
Make sure you hit that like button on
Cha
your
cha
way
cha.
out.
Yeah, that's right. Hopefully you hit it
Oh,
before you said hey.
one other
Um,
thing that I have to say
yeah.
about this film that I didn't know which category it fell into, but one thing that I noticed and I appreciate about this movie when we're talking kind of about the simplified plot and things that the structure about it, as
Mm.
opposed to like the newer films when they make a sequel or a newer one like Ghostbusters 2016. I appreciate the fact that this movie was more about the story and not about how many gadgets can we make that are super cool to for
Right,
no
right.
reason. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like
exactly.
the only new gadget you really see is the thing that collects the slime in the sewer. And that's it. And that was just a practical, simple little device that just picked up the ooze. And so I really like that about this movie too, was the fact that they didn't decide to go over the
Oh,
top and
TD
just
showed up
make
too.
weird
Yeah.
stuff. Hey TD.
Sorry. TD's here
Um,
too. Hey, what's up, TD?
so that was just something after we watched 2016 again and I
Hmm.
saw all the ridiculous things that they were making to make it cool or whatever. I was
Right.
just
Yeah,
like, I like
you're
that they
you're
didn't do
right.
that.
There's some gadgets in that movie that weren't needed,
Yeah.
But also they 2016 was more like someone explained it when I was watching something earlier. They explained it like it was a cartoon. It was all set cartoony feel, and it kind of
Yeah.
was. It was more like a
Yeah.
cartoon, and it was more like, it wasn't real world stuff. Like
Yeah.
Ghostbusters 1 and 2, you can tell it's more on the real world side.
Yeah.
They're 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 getting a job busting ghosts, kind of
Mhm.
like an exterminator would.
Right.
So it's like, and then in the second one, they're uh, they're going to birthday parties to
Birthday
make money,
parties.
because
Yeah.
because they're not making money catching ghosts anymore or something. I don't know what happened there, but um, yeah,
He man.
yeah, exactly. Oh, I thought it was gonna be He Man. I
Right.
love that little kid.
Well, and so collectively, this movie gets an 8.5, which ain't that bad.
No, it's not that bad. So
And the reason that this movie got brought down was because of the allegory.
yeah, yeah,
Are
you're
we
right.
are we
The
trying to
the
talk to the
allegory.
other side?
That's
We're trying
right.
to
That's
reach
what we're
the other
doing.
side. Can you hear me?
This is gonna be.
How old are you?
So, anyways, I'm gonna make this. Well, it used to look like this. It was a yellow and orange, and kids' toy. I'm gonna make this into a inspired Ghostbuster inspired walkie-talkie. I still have a few things I want to do to it. I want to put some caution striping on the sides. I want to put a couple of little lights on the top. One blinking, one stays on, and then what's she say?
Don't ever
Don't
leave
ever.
us. Just keep the stream going the whole time. Never end the stream. Just end. Just kidding. And Josh Putney says we've transitioned into white noise. Right.
That's right.
Trying to reach the other side.
Um, and put some lights on the top, and make it
Ooh.
look kind of cool. It'll be. You know how people do Star Wars inspired stuff. So this is not screen accurate for Ghostbusters, but it'll be like a Ghostbusters inspired walkie-talkie.
That'd
I
be
can
cool.
put it on my stuff. Hey, like the police have those little things on the side there. But yeah, I know something. What else am I gonna do? I don't know who wants to make some cool stuff. Anyway, I don't know. I'm
Sounds like you
tired.
need to go to bed. What next? Go to bed.
Another great movie frequency. Yes.
Oh, I like what R2 says. It's funny.
What do you
Oh,
say?
he's good. White noise is nothing but white supremacy flexing its muscles over the radio waves.
That's what we're doing because we're
They're playing our song.
white.
White noise.
Hey, Whitey's
God,
white. Whitey's Wicked Workshop must be for white people.
only the wicked
Joking.
white people. Yeah,
The Wicked White People.
only the wicked
Uh,
white people.
you guys' favorite movie of all time? What's our favorite movie of all time? Oh my goodness. I don't know.
Of
There's
all
of
time.
all
Okay.
time. Oh, man. Oh, you go first, Tabitha.
Um, yeah. So
Hello, Bounty Hunter
it's
JB.
that
What's up, Jerry?
that's really hard for me to say because I love so many movies. But
I do too. Yeah.
because like I said this before, is that when I talk about like Lord of the Rings, I don't think of it as three different movies. I think of it really as just one divided into three different movies. But if I'm going to be technical about it, probably my favorite movie that I always go back to is The Mummy with Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz. That would probably be that.
That's a good movie. Yeah. Yeah.
After that would be Miss Congeniality.
Yeah.
But it would definitely be because it has
What's up,
everything.
chatting it up?
It
We're
has
pretty much
romance,
done
humor,
talking about
action,
Ghostbusters 2.
mystery. So,
You're late. It's We've been on for an hour 15 minutes. You're late. We're done
uh,
kind of talking about Ghostbusters 2. We're
all
just
right,
kind of chit
Dan,
chatting now.
your
Um,
last little question there that Kaylee asked. What's your favorite, ultimate
my
favorite?
favorite. There's so many.
Oh yeah, I know. But my
There's so
go-to would
many.
always well, maybe think of it this way. What's your go-to movie when you don't know what to watch or you just want to watch something to fall asleep to? What's your go-to movie?
Oh boy, it's a toss up, really. I love Braveheart. It's one of my favorites of all time. It's one of them. I can't say it's my all time favorite. Just one of them. You got the Gladiator. I would
Okay.
Gladiator is another one. You know,
It's a
and
good
I
one.
love and I love movies about mafia. I'm a mafia type of
Really?
guy. So yeah,
It's in your blood. You
Italian
can't help it.
mafia. It's in my blood. Yeah, exactly. Can't help it. um, so yeah, it all depends really. It all
Oh
depends what
yeah.
mood I'm in. Like this month I'm in a Ghostbuster mood, so I'll probably
What?
just
What?
watch Ghost.
What?
What? Why?
What?
I don't know why. Um,
Say what?
I've been enjoying more than just than the movies has been the cartoons. I've been watching those even still. I've been watching the little cartoon Ghostbusters, and I kind of enjoy those a little bit more than the movies right now. Um, Not that I don't enjoy the movies; I love the movies, but
Right.
you know, it, and plus, the cartoons are a little bit shorter, and I can just sit down and relax for 20 minutes before I go to
Yeah.
bed. Instead of sitting there for a whole hour and a half. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
oh yeah, it is kind of funny. I know so many people that, they don't want to watch movies because they're too long, but they
yeah,
will gladly watch TV shows for 2, 3 hours.
yeah. Now that's
I don't
weird.
know.
Yeah,
I'm one of those people. I don't know what it is, but I'm one of those
yeah.
people.
What's up, Chad? Oh, chatting it up. I remember Chad was on the show for the Teenage Mutant Ninja
Hmm.
Turtle one. Yes,
That's
yes, I
right.
remember now. So he goes. He likes to relax to the OG Star Trek shows. That's cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I see David is here. We have summoned him.
Yes, the game that Ivan Reitman wrote, starring the original cast. We're probably not going to talk about it tonight. Definitely not. Um,
But yeah,
you
you
don't
don't
want to
want to
miss
miss
next
next.
Sunday. Oh, that's right. Everybody,
Yes.
next Sunday. Um, yes, R2's the TMNT Chad. Yes, chatting it up. Next Sunday, we are going to have a special guest. And her
Super
name is
excited. Clark.
Angela Clark.
Clark.
Yes, she's a voiceover actress. Right? Would you call it an actress kind of thing?
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's a voice
voiceover
actress.
performer. She's a and not only are we going to interview her, which is going to be great and probably going to take up a lot of
Oh, I'm
time.
so excited.
Um, we're also going to be talking a little bit about Ghostbusters Afterlife because we would have already seen it, and we're going to do a little bit of a spoiler review on that
Hmm.
as well. So you don't want to miss it unless you haven't seen the movie. Then you'll want to miss it because we're going to get into spoilers, and that's what we do here at Inside the Booth. We talk about
We spoil
spoilers all the
stuff.
time. New movies, old movies, we'll spoil it. To our face turns blue. But super excited for the movie to come up. Whitey, I know you don't want spoilers. You better watch it then before you come watch our
Right.
show. But
So,
we'll give you a heads up before we start talking about Afterlife, so you
right.
can leave and not listen to the spoilers. We'll give you a heads
I
up.
put Angela's channel in the chat, so guys, go check
Oh
out some of the
yes,
stuff that she's done. She
that's
even gave
great.
us a shout out on her channel. I think David sent her a shirt. She seems like a really cool person, so I'm looking forward to that. And then I do see that R2 wants to make sure that Dan, don't forget where you're going to be next Monday.
Oh, that's right. And then Monday, which is after that awesome Sunday, we're gonna have another awesome Monday over at the After the Weekend show with R2 and Maria on Maria's channel. And
Looking
I'm gonna be a special guest there, my beautiful face.
extra
Um,
special.
and we're gonna also talk about Afterlife, and we're gonna talk about spoilers. So yeah, next weekend is gonna be a lot of fun. Uh, I
Uh,
can't wait for the movie.
Next
And then
weekend, you mean this
that's
coming?
about
Because
it.
isn't next week Thanksgiving?
Oh, that's right. This coming weekend, next week. You know what I mean. Do you like
Right.
spam? Do you like
Okay.
spam? We
I'm
like
trying to get
spam
rid
a
of
little bit.
this. I'm trying to get rid of this person. I don't think it's.
Envelope. No, that's all right. Just tell him to shut up. Um, he might be someone we know, right?
That's true. That's true. He could be. Seemed like
Just
he
don't
was
spam
gonna.
us. He's
Yeah.
gonna keep going.
Yeah. I thought he was gonna
Okay.
lead to one of
So,
those people.
oh no, I don't think so. And
You
Uncle
never
Mike
know.
is on the show right now. Uncle Mike, you're late. Hey, welcome, Uncle Mike. But you're late. So just remember, we're leaving.
Right. You
Um,
can always rewatch this show whenever we're done.
that's right. That's right. Chuck Odd.
Uh oh.
That's all
Yeah.
right. Just
See
leave the spammer on there. Hey, thanks, spammer. You know, you're giving us likes and
views.
stuff like that, views. So people, when people do that stuff, it gives you people watch hours or the likes or as long as the spammer's hitting the like button, I don't care right now. And it's not saying anything vulgar, so you know
Yeah.
we're okay with
Not
that.
talking about Adolf Hitler this time.
Or whatever. Yeah.
So.
I will
Well.
watch the stream even though I haven't seen the film. Okay, that'll be fun. I mean, I'm
Oh
sorry
yeah.
that you're not going to see the film until later, but
Oh,
um,
some people like that. Some people like to see spoilers and then go back and try to figure out what it is they're talking about. I'm not one of these people, but I mean, some people enjoy that. So it's
yeah.
kind of like the people that decide to read mystery books by reading the last page first and figuring out what already happened. I don't understand those people, but my pastor's wife is apparently like that. She likes to know the end of the story before she even starts it.
That's
Oh,
funny.
oh well, that's all good.
All right, so I guess before we close, Tabitha, why don't you tell everybody about the giveaway
Our
and
giveaway. So again,
what
guys,
they can do to get the giveaway?
that's right. So
So yeah.
again, yeah, our giveaway. We've got some really awesome prizes, and you can also catch us on Twitter to see more information about all of that stuff. But if you want to be entered to win this awesome giveaway box, where we're going to release some DVDs, some custom artwork, and from different creators, and some figurines and merchandise from us, all you have to
Hmm.
do is make one of the team members, one of the core four here at Inside the Booth, as
Or all of
Ghostbusters.
us.
The or all of us if you're feeling ambitious. So if you want to make
That's
Dan
right.
look like Dan in the outfit that Dan is wearing, um, by all
That's right.
means do so. You can draw him, you can paint him, you can make him out of clay. I mean, you could even do salt art, sand art, whatever medium you want to choose. You can do that. You can, if you need some inspiration, you can go on our website at www.insidethebooth.tv.com to see some of the submissions that have already been made, and just whatever floats your boat. I know that Phil has made an image of me. I think he's working on an image of Dan, and it's going to be really, really great. So we want to
Oh,
thank the
cool,
people that
cool.
are helping out with the giveaway as well, like people like
Mrs.
Whiteys with
R2.
Workers Shop. Oh, oh yeah,
That's
that's
right.
right.
I was
Hadn't
gonna
gotten
say,
to
yeah,
her
Mrs.
yet.
R2 also did a couple of little
Mhm.
photoshoppers.
Yes. If I ever
I
leave
guess you can
anybody
call
out,
it
I don't mean
Photoshop.
to. Just trying to, yeah, they just
Right,
call
right.
that. That's what this. If you basically have computer designed something, it's just called Photoshop. Even if you didn't use Photoshop,
Even if you don't use
does
Photoshop, yeah. See, I just learned that the
right.
other day too. Tabitha was
The
telling
more
me
you know.
so.
Because Kaylee, I see, asks, does mobile art count through an app? I mean,
Yes,
sure,
yes.
absolutely. If you have created some kind of artwork depicting one of the cast or the members here at Inside the Booth as a Ghostbuster, um, you can do that. And then the winner is going to be announced at the end of the month on a Tuesday, I believe it is. It's going to be on that Tuesday, right, Dan?
Yes, it's gonna be on that
Is
Tuesday.
it going
Yep.
to be during the stream?
And top rank in Japanese martial arts. Yeah. It's gonna be in the stream.
Focus, Dan.
Um,
Focus. I'm asking questions.
sorry. Yes. It will be in the stream. So if you want to know
Cool.
if you're gonna win, you better be there early because we're gonna do it. I think the first thing. Yeah, I mean, we'll probably
Cool.
mention it at the end too, but
Right,
no
just in case.
promises there. So make sure you get there early to hear who wins
It's
or
going to be our
whatever.
free for all chat, our geek
Yeah,
chat talk reviews. So we're going to be
yeah, and we're
talking
gonna have
again,
some cool guys on
talking
that
about
night. So
Ghostbusters.
that's right. But some
So
cool guys
be
who are
there.
Ghostbuster fans more than me. Can you believe it?
So I know, right? So yeah, if you want some
They'll be
really
there.
cool artwork, and I'm going to do even more with this stuff. Everything's been hand drawn, but then I'm going to digitalize it and make it into one cohesive poster, and I'm going to sign it and put it in the box. So if you're interested in that, just go on our
That's right.
Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram and tag us. Make sure you tag us, okay?
That's right. That's right. And I am a top rank Japanese martial artist. Ooh.
There you go.
Um, I know that's probably not what you're saying, but I just wanted to do it because it was fun.
But I mean, I think that's it, right? We talked about Patreon, we talked about the website, we talked about our merch, our wonderful, awesome
Yeah,
giveaway.
giveaway. That's awesome. That's right. Support us. You talked about Patreon already? Are
I
sweet.
did. I
That means
covered
I
all
don't have
that.
to say nothing.
That's right. Except for
Just remember, if you do get yourself some uh, Ghostbuster patches, 4 inches is what you need. It's the 4 inch patch, not the 3 1/4 inch. So, anyways, yes, that's it. Hey, everybody, thank you guys. Send Dan $20 to be the winner. If you want to be the winner,
slip it in
send me.
there. Yeah.
Um, no, that makes me that makes me want to say, don't forget, everybody. We are going to get some new merch soon, and it's going to be limited time only. Just to let you all know.
I fell for that once, Dan. I'm not going to fall for it
No,
again.
no, no. But this time is for real. This time is
Oh,
for
okay.
real.
Okay.
And it's going to be all proceeds go to paying off StreamYard so that we can have a longer set, or we can get rid of that
Do cool stuff.
wonderful, wonderful thing right there. Get
Logo.
rid of that and put our own logo. Would be
You don't think
nice.
it looks good?
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, it's a duck. Ducks are
That doesn't
cool, I
bother
guess.
me.
But
I like having pleasant company. So
that's right. It's the duck had earphones, right? I don't know. It's got like something there. Anyways,
yeah.
um, that's it. Time is time. Love y'all, and thank you for. You
Being here.
mentioned Patreon.
We
Yes.
did.
Didn't we just
Whitey, stop
mention Patreon?
distracting him.
Come on, man.
Stop. You
So
know how Dan's
that's
tired. Stop it.
I am very tired. Thanks everybody. Uh, yeah, wing hugs. Yeah, thank you, Phil. Wing hugs for everybody. That's absolutely right. Good night, you all. Thank you for coming, and
Thank
have
you.
a wonderful rest of the week. And then we'll see you Sunday. Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. I mean, I'll be on Twitter once in a while too, but we'll see you Sunday. Goodbye. Let's wave. Let's do like a long wave. Look like you're frozen. Don't do too much. Just the wave part.